Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind, two of the top four seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And the kick goes out of bounds. How about this for a start? Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. No stopping, and takes it all the way. Touchdown, tie. In a national championship game, you cannot do a better job of setting the tone immediately, Kirk.
Well, it's the biggest game of the year, so you've got to bring your best. On the opening drive, the offense did just that. That's how you get this thing started.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here comes a handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Finds an open target on the left side. He stopped, but he gets a first down. Tackle made with a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. The catch is made inside the 10. Touchdown, Seminoles. Made the defense look slow that time.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he floats this pass deep down the right side.
The catch is made for a huge pickup.
Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. First down and 10 now. Ball handed off. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down, we're going to throw it over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Can he make it to the marker? Running with purpose. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. First down. We're going to throw the football. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually he comes home with a sack.
2nd down now after the sack. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. As people like to say, this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to bury things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
The pass rush closing in. They bring the punter onto the field now. Ball lands right at the 1-yard line and bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Here's the handoff. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crossing the 35. Oh, and he's in the... Oh, and it's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does it take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Well, the first job here, just hold on to the football. The last drive ended in that fumble. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I'll tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
That's an important first down on that running play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
That sack makes it second down and forever. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Last drive stalled. They're forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And they heave it deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Alabama. Strong game by this quarterback.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Direct snap to the back. Quick spin on the run. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball for 31. And the Noles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Seminoles starting a new series here on first and 10. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Rifles this football to the left. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Did he take it all the way? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And now they'll set up for the point after. And it's good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fielded in the end zone. It's awesome. Goes out of bounds at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Makes a quick grab. Oh, great juke, and he's in the clear. Brought to the turf, but made the first man miss on the way to the first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Here comes the up-tempo offense. They're going to run it. Fights through a tackle. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. First down here for this offense.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. He shreds the tackle. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on 3rd down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. The pass ball is incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but nobody open.
Pretty good job here by the quarterback of just getting away from the sack and throwing that ball away to live for the next down. I really thought he was going to be brought down. They had such good pressure on him. But once again, you can see the mobility of this young man and what he's capable of doing. So, incompletion, but at least it's not a negative play or a turnover.
Looking right, this one caught. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion. Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Fires this one deep middle. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play from this offense through the air. First down, looking to throw the ball. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. Makes the catch downfield. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made to the 32.
Chris, I cannot believe we're still in the first half. This guy's already got a couple touchdowns. Now he's adding to his receiver total here by picking up another first down and more yards.
Short throw to the back, an easy completion. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after the completion.
Boy, a wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And it's good. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. And then it's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors for a halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And the kickoff will be returned. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Handoff in a single back formation. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Who cannot stop him? He's in. Touchdown. No.
We're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the kick is a squib kick. Taken by one of the up men. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff heading left. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Look, I realize on any play call that comes properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first.
Touchdown, Seminoles. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out. It's awesome. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They fumbled it away last time, and now they're in a big hole. They got to react quickly here. It's caught. He saw him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past. We're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
They'll toss it to the right side. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Well, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Caught. Completion.
The quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that 1st down? Great job by the D.
The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Ball handed off. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he's tackled after the catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing of his receivers.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. The defense gets him, but it's a 1st down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st, keep this drive moving.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made, looking for the goal line. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll run it here. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45 now. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 32.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a 1st down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Weinke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. They had so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. The Seminoles are in the red zone. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. It's a wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Florida State. This offense cannot be stopped. That's another strike from his quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front giving him enough time to throw.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. Returner choosing to field this one. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Finds his man. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, guys. These guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So Let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Second down after the incompletion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Breaks free. He's running out of time here. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offensive coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No chance to catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
The gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. The Noles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. He saw them at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Because it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Looking to throw it again. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Man, I hate to sit up here and second-guess the play caller. Why would you be throwing the football with the lead, and we're under 3 minutes to go in the national championship? Now you give your opponent a real shot to get right back into the game. Yikes.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Linebacker shifting around now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot. Catch made down inside the 15. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. first and goal from the 9. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. Second down and goal. Running for the end zone, running it right up the gut. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
And they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a third and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. You just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown. Tie. Here we go. National championship game, fourth quarter. One possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Crucial possession here. This game just got tighter. 3-point game. Final quarter. What will the play calling philosophy be here? They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. Monster Sage, another touchdown. This quarterback and receiver having a game we're never going to forget.
Well, and the defense right now has got to be pulling their hair out trying to come up with ways to slow him down, whether they play zone or they play man. Nothing is working. And give credit to this quarterback. He just keeps dialing up his guy and keeps coming up with touchdowns.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And looking to throw now on first down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. The clock is still running up. To hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Secondary backed up off the ball now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's going to take off. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a fourth down decision coming up. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Defense, and he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. brings the Florida State offense on the field. Suddenly, this is a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play calling. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
What really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's first and goal for the offense.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Noles expect to be able to run this clock out and claim the W. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Can you believe that he's missed the extra point? Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Defense not pressing this time. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. He makes the grab. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the left side. Gets some space around the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Using his legs on the scramble. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. And the quarterback dropping back. He's moving out of the pocket. And he muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama.
Chris, I mean, this game is essentially over, and these guys are still fighting and trying to get the ball into the end zone, and they do. Those are the kind of things that coaches pay attention to, and really you start to learn about who are your fighters, who are your foxhole guys. We're learning that about this team today.
What have they got cooked up for this two-point conversion attempt? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's caught. They convert the two-point try, and now their lead is just a single point here in the fourth. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. For the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Crew Curb Street, I'm Chris Bauer. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Florida State Seminoles.